Picture this, you land in Cape Town with 2 suitcases from Munich and a hunch. Someone, somewhere, wants to water ski. Only 2 years later, you establish a car rental company. This is the story of Monika Moser, a German and now South African. In preparation for our lifestyle test drive in South Africa, I've talked to several people because we required a long-term car rental. One name kept popping up, Roundabout Cars. They speak German and English, they have offices in Joburg, Cape Town, Durban and many more. So I have decided to talk to the German founder of that company, because what better person could I wish for to talk about how to live in the Rainbow Nation. I'm sitting here with Moni from Roundabout Cars, and my first question is, why did you leave Germany back then and why Cape Town?
Okay, that was a total coincidence. Cape Town, because I was actually supposed to go to Namibia with my best friend from school. And we met some guys then, they were driving to Cape Town. And they asked us if we want to come, so we just drove them to Cape Town. So literally, it's a total coincidence. But the first time I saw it, love at first sight. I knew I'm going to come back to this place. And I started studying. As soon as I had enough money, next holiday, I flew back to Cape Town. Then I stayed actually in Cape Town, phoned my mom after after the holiday was over. Phoned my mom, said, no, I can't go back. I have to stay longer. And then stopped studying for nearly, half a year, I think. And I took a break, or nearly a year.
Then I heard you opened a water ski school. How on earth did you come up with that idea?
So I really wanted to do something. I didn't want to step on anyone's toes. I wanted to do something that nobody else is doing. And I grew up on a lake. And when I was back home, the whole time I was back in my head, what business could I start in South Africa? What business? And I grew up on one of the most beautiful lakes, and there was always water skiing there. And one day I actually couldn't water ski. This friend said, come, let's go water skiing. And it was so easy. And it was the light bulb moment. I was like, oh my God. I'm just going to take people water skiing. Nobody does that in Cape Town. No one in the whole of South Africa did that. I'm going to go and take people water skiing. And then the whole time I was staying in the backpacker, started taking people for free water skiing in the beginning. They're people, my friends, just to learn how to teach water skiing, to learn myself how to water ski. Luckily, every single South African is a master water skier. So everyone helped me and was so excited. So I was the only girl with a boat. Literally, in the whole country, I was the only girl with a boat. There still are lots of backpackers, but then the backpacking community was much bigger. It was really, really strong. The backpackers, we were all friends. Everyone knew each other. Lots of people were living there. And all the owners knew me, so they would send me people every day. So I had a full tour from the day I started officially. I had a full water skiing tour every single day. But then, as it happens, I fell pregnant, and then couldn't as easily travel around anymore with the baby. And then that brings you probably to your next question: where does the car hire come from?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So the whole time, my whole family is they're all car fanatics. So I grew up with having the family lying under the motors. So I knew a lot about cars. And the first thing what I did, typically German, when I came to Cape Town, was I bought an old car. And people asked me if there was hardly anyone who had a car, if they could borrow the car against money. So I started giving that car away. And with the money from that car, I bought another car and another car. So that was parallel with the water skiing school even. So at some stage, the cars, and then having the baby, made so much more income than the water skiing school.
Then you did the entrepreneurial thing. So you bought one car and then another car. You invested the money and bought another car and another car.
And then eventually I had quite a big fleet of old cars. But then what happened is they would break down the whole time. But I couldn't get money from a South African bank because I was still a foreigner. I had no track record of anything. So I went to my dad and asked him. So that actually helped me. I mean, not everyone has the liberty. So he gave me money to buy the first new cars. So as soon as then I had a track record of new cars and started having a record with banks and everything, from then on we could just keep on buying cars, keep on buying cars, keep on buying new cars. We eventually had a fleet then of nearly 100 cars. We were not here, we were under the bridge, but still it wasn't enough. So people constantly, every day, approached me for cars. And there was another big car hire company right next to us. So I would always just ask them to give me their cars. And this is then, so the rest is history. So, but now we rent nearly 1,000 cars a month. What makes us different? You know, lots of people say, well, why must we not go direct to Aveston? You can talk to our staff directly on WhatsApp. You can phone them. You can email them. So it's not like rental cars or, you know, whatever. Check 24. Try and talk to a human being there and tell them there's something you want to change on your booking or something wrong with your car.
Now comes a tricky question.
Yeah, okay.
Have you heard of Bitcoin and have you considered this as the payment method? Because I remember when I paid for the rental car, I needed to do a money transfer through my bank, and South Africa is like grayish banking system, so that's a little bit of hassle.
So actually, funny enough, I had that conversation yesterday. Someone was recommending me to do that.
Really?
So yes, so we might just look into that. But maybe you can give me some advice there as well.
Maybe.
Because
Maybe. I know a guy or two, yes. Since you are in the tourism business and we are in Cape Town, let's stick to the metropolitan area of Cape Town. What are your top 3 spots? You can also name some hidden gems which not everyone knows about.
the one thing what I think is insane is going kayaking in the waterfront there.
Okay.
And if you go on the early morning slot, you usually guaranteed to see dolphins. You kayak along Green Point, and everyone can do it. I mean, you don't have to be any fit or anything. You're sitting in quite stable kayaks, 2 people, and running it there where the Oraniensicht market is out. I've seen so many animals there popping up. You know, it's either dolphins or it's penguins or it's even sunfish. Kirstenbosch Gardens is very touristy, you know, but go to one of their concerts. Every Sunday in summer, they have the summer concerts. And that is like, you bring your picnic, you can order a picnic there, and you sit there in the evenings. It's the Table Mountain as a backdrop. My favorite hike, it's called Skeleton Gorge. It's behind Kirstenbosch Gardens. You go up in a gorge. So you climb up, there's also ladders, and you come to the top and you keep on going straight and you get to a lake with sand on top of Table Mountain. You can swim.
Really?
I mean, there isn't too many people know it. Occasionally in season there will always be someone. But like if you would go now, there would be no one there.
And now my last question, since I contemplate together with Anne to move here as Swallows, what is your advice for someone who wants to spend a couple of months in South Africa away from the European winter?
Okay, can I tell you the obvious one? So the advantage is it will cost you, if you buy one set of tires for your car that you're going to buy, it costs you less to rent a car. If you have a bigger car, one flat tire costs you as much as a month's rental. If you do a service, it will cost you as much as a 3 months rental.
Thank you so much for the interview. I enjoyed it very much. I hope everyone else as well. I have learned a lot today. By the way, I didn't know any of the 3 hidden gems Moni mentioned, and I certainly will check them out, and I will take you with me. Do you like expat founder stories like this one? Then please hit that subscribe button. There are probably more to come. Moni swapped German certainty for a blank canvas and painted it beautifully. I'm leaving with a lot of anticipation what South Africa might has up its sleeves for our lifestyle test drive.